G'day guys, Ride here, your coffee coach. I'm going to be looking at 5 different coffee machines that were released 2 years ago with fantastic, unique features. They are some of the most obscure and bizarre features, but are they really innovations or just gimmicks? You tell me, you watch it and you let me know whether you want some of these in your home or in your cafe and whether they really help with the experience of making coffee. Let's get into it. Okay, so firstly we have the KB90. Marzocco have pioneered many innovations over the years. In fact, they are seen as the standard of excellent coffee machines throughout the world now, and everything else is benchmarked against that. The KB90 released the first ever straight-in portafilter lock. So rather than having to lock it in and getting RSI and all of the problems there, pop it straight in, clip it to pop it out. Have a look at the footage and you let me know whether you think this is something that you would like to see on every machine, because they haven't done it. So who knows? Hey guys, in the background we've got the KB90. It's the first machine ever that I've ever heard of, or that anyone's ever heard of, that has a straight-in portafilter. Most of the portafilters you have to twist it in, giving a lot of baristas RSI over hundreds and thousands of coffees. With the KB90, you stick it straight in and lift it up, so it's got a quick release, not only for speed, but also for obviously long-term damage to your wrists. So I want to go and check it out and let's see if they talk to us. All right, let's check it out.
The design was based off an old Lamborghini Countach, so that's why it's got the nice sexy curves, you know?
Yeah.
It's got the little,
it's got a bit of the
PB going on. Yeah, no,
PB in there as well.
I mean, in theory, right?
Yeah.
Go, 1, 2, boom, straight in,
beautiful.
right?
Marzocco have created a really interesting and unique take on the modern coffee machine, and I think it's going to take a little while for people to get used to having to put the portafilter straight in. But I think overall, I think it's going to be very beneficial, and I wouldn't be surprised if other manufacturers start taking up that sort of technology and designing their own, because the twisting in model, which has been around since the beginning of coffee espresso machines, is a very sure way to end up with wrist problems. Next up, we've got the Iberital Vision. It's a Spanish brand. They are not really known for their specialty coffee machines. It looks a little bit industrial. However, it can be completely controlled remotely from your iPad, from the other side of the world, and you can change things like the pre-infusion setting, the steam water, the temperature, everything you can do. You can see all the graph. It's a brilliant innovation, but does it really help that person at that moment make a better coffee? Let's have a look. So behind me is the Iberital, which is a Spanish manufacturer of coffee machines, and they've just launched their latest flagship model, the Vision, which is an economical coffee machine designed to report and give the barista most control over a lot of different parts. So let's check it out, shall we?
For all the settings, the only thing that you need to do is go for each group, select every single selection, for the single and the double. As you can see,
the machine has a sensor in the filter holder.
Position of the joystick, right?
Oh, it has a sensor there.
Yeah, it means that when you program the one-way or two-wheels filter holder, they know which doses you have to use.
Yeah, so the machine recognizes which filter holder you are using. So which profile you like, press the button, and it will deliver the amount of water that the temperature that you like. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward.
That's fantastic.
The same for the steam temperature.
So there's the Iberital coffee machine, the Spanish manufacturer. Fantastic machine, the Vision. The reporting side of it excites me probably the most, because that's a lot of information that you can collect from the machine every day, running different shots, how those shots are, where your peak times are, where your problem might occur. And for any owner, to be remotely able to control the machine is fantastic as well. So if you're at home and someone rings up and says there's a problem with one of the shots not dropping very nicely, you can jump into the back end of the machine and adjust the values for the baristas at the cafe or wherever they are. Okay, now let's have a look at Rancilio, one of my favorite manufacturers of all time. I've got a real soft spot for them. They have not been in the specialty market for a while, but they now have released a feature which has not been looked at before. Can you affect the flavor of your coffee by adjusting the temperature of the water coming through the coffee grinds midway through the shot? Check it out and let me know. So behind me is Rancilio, one of the oldest and sort of the original coffee machine manufacturers, going right back. And they've just released a new specialty coffee machine called the RS1, which is fantastic to see because for me, I started on a Rancilio machine. It looked a bit like Sputnik, a space station that fell out of the sky, but it made the most beautiful coffee. And they haven't really caught up with the specialty market, so I'm excited to see that they've finally released a specialty machine, and we're going to go check it out, so it'll be fantastic to see that.
These are removable now, which is another first for cleaning.
Beautiful, yeah.
You've got the O-ring, but they'll always go back to the same place,
spot.
which is
Yeah,
nice.
You don't get over tightening.
They'll always go there.
That's beautiful.
Other little 1%ers, I mean, this is flat, so you can tan.
Yeah,
A lot of them are rocky.
Yeah.
These are actually weighted, and they sit flat.
And they sit flat on there, and they don't pop out like
the small
that.
things.
Because everyone has that, you know, that love story with coffee.
Yeah, don't we all? Yeah, I was just speaking to Sarah Baker about it this morning from Bean Soup. It's
Right.
so true, right?
Yeah.
All this journey of flavour on, this is why this is exciting. I think as coffee people, why we're so involved with it is, I think we all know there's no end game to flavour.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a perfect cup. I think that's what draws it all to us.
And,
It is never ending, right?
Yeah.
And that's why we're pumped about this, because we want to push that journey as quickly and as exciting as we can with temperature, and just see where we can go, right? Like,
and it's so interesting to know that the temperature actually will affect the dose as well. Like,
oh, mega. This is why we got Coffee Science Lab involved. Like, we knew, you can taste it, you can see it.
Yeah.
We're like, right, let's measure it. Coffee's subjective and it's romantic, but we need numbers.
Yeah.
We need repeatable.
Yeah.
The TDS to yield,
Yeah.
extraction, I'm like, everything. Pressure's nice, but it doesn't chemically change the coffee. It allows you to run a finer grind, and because it's mechanical, most machines use an old school mechanical rotary vane pump. It's so hard to replicate.
Oh, I'm so excited that I get to see an old company innovating into the new specialty market. Rancilio was my first coffee machine that I ever bought, and I had one of the oldest style, and it looked like a piece of Sputnik that fell out of the sky, but it brought the most amazing coffees. And to see them come back into this new specialty era with new innovations, pushing the technology, is so great to see for me personally. The new specialty S1 coffee by Rancilio allows you to actually raise the temperature mid-extraction, or the reverse, drop the temperature mid-extraction, and that creates a very different flavor profile. All right, now let's have a look at the Astoria Storm. Astoria, another very old coffee machine manufacturer that has reinvented itself for the specialty coffee market. It's just beautiful. It's the first machine to really have iPad-sized screens to track all of your flow, your profiles, everything that you need when you're extracting your coffee. Beyond that, it's a beautiful looking machine. Check out this footage and let me know what you think of these iPad displays. So behind me is the Astoria Storm, which is Astoria were one of the early manufacturers of coffee machines as well, and they have come by storm, as the name suggests. They have created a beautiful looking machine. Not only that, but each group head has a display over the front of it, which is allowing each barista to set profiles and map their extraction. So when you find that God shot, so hopefully we can get someone to come and take us through it and get us to show how this machine works, and let's see some shots drop on it.
Have you done it yet?
No, I haven't. No. Great. All right.
You know how to drive it?
Well, I haven't. The profiling makes me like
profiling, but like I said, very easy to navigate, so easy for a barista. You just sort of just come in, press parameters, and here, literally at the push of a button, you can adjust your brew temperature, your coffee boiler temperature, 1.2 litre independent boiler for each group, cup temperature, whether you want that on or off, the boiler pressure, and literally it's just by going in there and altering it, touch screen, very easy, get out, locks it in, and off you go. So we're pretty excited about it, but yeah, just run it through its paces.
Yeah, okay.
It's pretty easy to drive. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know the ropers quite well. We've already programmed single, double goes, easy.
Fantastic.
Single, double handles.
Beautiful. All right. Try. Oh, you knew the single there.
Probably best to use the ristretto shots.
Okay.
The single or the double.
Okay.
We program those. Yeah.
Purge, not sure, no, wrong one. Purge? No. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Mils of water. We got to 26 mils. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, did you get some of that footage?
Yeah.
Have a look. Pretty impressed by the Storm overall. It'd be interesting to see they haven't brought into Australia the pressure profiling, so you can actually control the pressure, but still, great machine. I think it's going to go really well in the specialty marketplace, and I think those older brands that are re-emerging, I think are pushing that innovation, and I think it's just going to see more and more of these old brands coming back into the market. All right, and now for our final, most innovative coffee machine ever. I would love to see this implemented at home, but is it necessary? I'm not sure. This is Aremde, a new manufacturer. This was the launch in 2019 to the world, and it is completely see-through. And when I mean see-through, I mean it's like a tube, like a Dyson aircon. It's completely see-through. You can watch the extraction falling, get involved as the customer in what actually goes on making coffees. No more smoke and mirrors. Check out this footage, and then you tell me if you'd love to see this as a home machine. I've just discovered Aremde. It's a brand new coffee manufacturer from Australia, based out of Queensland, with a Dutch designer that's designed a new take on the traditional coffee machine. Aremde is the designer, so I'm really excited to try out this machine. I have seen it once before, but now I really want to go and talk to them and see if we can find a little bit about how the design came about. So let's go.
The interior of a lot of coffee bars, because the machine is already in front of you with a wall of steel, or in the back, and then you are making coffee with your back to your clients. So he asked me, Brent, do you know somebody, or maybe you want to do it yourself, who can solve that problem? I said, okay, I'll give it a try. I'll try it myself, because I'm from profession, I'm an architect.
Yeah, right.
I make buildings.
Not coffee machines, normally.
I don't have any knowledge about coffee machines at all.
Really? Wow, so this is your first...
Yeah, I know about, I like coffee.
Yeah.
But coffee machines, no. So, within 2 weeks, I was driving a car in the neighborhood of Schiphol Airport, Amsterdam.
Here you go.
And I looked through my window and I thought,
Card or anything like that.
this is the theater I want to make. So this is it.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
And it's a brilliant design. As someone who's been in the industry for a long time now, 20 years, I've never seen anything like this before. You know, like exactly as you said, there's a wall of steel between the barista and the customers,
Yes.
and then now you've just opened up. The customer doesn't, well, before, the customer never used to be able to appreciate how good that golden liquid was dropping, and
now you have the experience.
yeah.
And so open up the curtains in the morning,
Yeah.
and the theater can start and show
Right
can
there.
go on.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
That's
it.
It's brilliant. Yeah, and you know, the only danger is that you can't hide any of your mistakes, so you're fully exposed.
No, but if you're a very confident
Yes.
barista, there's no problem at all.
That's right. Yeah,
No problem.
it's wonderful. And so inside, so you came with the design, and then is it all unique parts, or is it a part of another machine that's been interpreted into that design?
We buy spare parts.
Yes. Okay.
And a lot
Because
of
the handles look like a Nueva Simonelli, so I wasn't sure whether they were.
that's true. It's
If
from
that is from
the
yeah.
blueprints are from
Yeah.
that machine.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
No, that's right. Yeah, it's fine. And I wondered whether the actual components inside it was a.
There are also a lot of new components in
Right,
because the technique is new.
Yeah, that's right.
But there are also spare parts who are from others.
And from a mechanic's point of view, who has to service this, or how did they service this, or you have your own crew that would?
We at this moment we have our own crew.
Yeah.
We are busy with the worldwide service network.
Well, it's fantastic, and thank you very much for talking with us.
Okay.
That's this is designer. This is Remt. He's the designer of the Aremde.
Okay.
So, thanks very much.
Buy the machine.
Yes. Well, tell me now in the comment section below, what did you think about those features? Were they really useful or more gimmicks? If you're keen to know more about those machines and you want to see this interview in full, let me know in the comment section below, because maybe down the track I'll release that entire interview of each machine as a separate video so that you can enjoy it in its whole beauty. I'm Ryan, your coffee coach. Enjoy your brew.